crossroad or dead end. Can I turn the page? Some come into your life, and from them you need to heal. Others come into your life, and an emptiness they feel. In this life, most value money, the stuff that pays the bills. But what does any of this mean if we do not have the will? You are my reason.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
We are all part of a dream. We are all dreaming a dream. We are all becoming a dream. Or in between. You must know what's true for you because we are all part of the dream. We are all dreaming a dream. Are all becoming a dream. Are all part of the dream. We are all dreaming a dream. We are all becoming a We are all part of the dream. We are all dreaming a dream. We are all becoming a are all becoming a dream. We are all a part of a dream. We are all a part of this dream. We are all a part of the dream, becoming the dream, living the dream. Right, wrong, or in between. You must do what's true for you because we are all a part of the dream. You must do what's true for you because we are all a part of the dream. Now, what I've learned as I've gotten older is not to rush into a topic, to wait. Like a lot of people have gotten used to in this climate, jumping into topics, not really allowing your nervous system to prepare to have a meaningful conversation. You know, a lot of people are used to trauma porn. And I have been in that phase, so I'm not going to knock it. I know a lot of people are conditioned to want to gravitate toward that. But what healing looks like for this platform is not engaging in trauma porn, um, engaging in conversations in a way where it's just about getting views and likes and oh yeah, I almost forgot. Um, engaging in a way where it's just about getting views and likes, and it's not really about collective healing, because that's what we want to do. Like, this is a difficult subject. This is a vulnerable subject. This is, and even just being willing to talk about this, it takes courage as someone who was born male in this incarnation. I've been posting videos on my Facebook and posting this therapy, but when you post, you make yourself available to people sharing their opinion of you. And I think the most challenging thing for me sometimes is I kind of wish we lived in a world where you couldn't comment on other people's page if you didn't have any content. Like, it was a feature that where if you didn't have any content, like if you didn't have any videos, if you weren't a figure where you talked about things publicly and we could see what your thought process was, and people who share, like I kind of wish we lived in a reality where people can't just make private accounts and burner accounts and comment from accounts where they don't have no content or no pictures. That's one of the biggest challenges in navigating the world that we live in, is everybody who have access to the internet or a cell phone can come and make a comment about you without having contribute anything but that comment. And so I think that's probably the most perplexing thing about me, because I think I try to be a thoughtful person when I'm engaging with people. I would be lying if I said that there was never a time in my life where I didn't run up in people comment sections and say things that I looking back now, I'm like, girl, you could have kept that. You could have kept that. You ain't have to say that. Like, and with that understanding, I'm trying to be more thoughtful about how I come in people's comment sections, or because ultimately you're going into someone else's home. Like, I don't think we realize that on the internet. Like, if you have any home training or any manners, just because you know where somebody stay, just because you know somebody address, doesn't give you permission to just roll up to their house. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever you come into someone's comment section, when you click on a video and you go into a person's live, or you go into a person's comment section, or you go on their platform, you're really going into their cyber house. You're going into their virtual home. You're going into their virtual space. And a lot of people are disrespectful when they go into people's virtual space. Give me a second. Yeah, a lot of us are disrespectful when we go into people's virtual space. We're rude. We're thoughtless. We're careless. And don't think about the consequences of those actions. Oh, this tea is so good. Oh my goodness. It's doing good things to me. Oh, yes. It's doing good things to me. So today is Sunday. How long has it been? Girl, I haven't had a drink of alcohol or any shenanigans since January the 4th. And girl, here it is February the 15th. Girl, I haven't had a joint. I haven't even smoked weed in over a month. Oh my goodness. You go. You go. Not that I'm shaming it. Self medicate. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. You are safe here. There is no judgment. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. This is a safe space, baby. This is a safe space. We don't judge you for whatever you're doing. Just because I'm not indulging in this particular season of my life, it doesn't mean that I have any judgment on. I'm not one of those people who gonna judge you because I'm not doing it. Like I've grown out of that place. This is not what this is. I'm just talking about for me because I've gotten to this place in my life where I realize that I've wasted. I don't want to say wasted. I don't want to use that word. I have used a lot of time self-medicating and falling into default behavior because as much as I know myself, as much as I'm coming from myself, it's not always easy to break the spells of unworthiness, the doubt. Especially when you have people who look like you. When you could get on this internet at any given time and you could see people who look like you, beings who you resonate with. And when I say beings who look like you, beings who you resonate with, I was born, as far as I know, with the XY chromosome. I was born with a penis. I don't know genetically, specifically what that means. I haven't had my genetics fully studied, so I don't know what the T was when I was a baby. But I still resonate more with femininity, the divine feminine, womanhood. And when you see so many beings who look like you, who you look like, who you resonate with, who have nothing but negative things to say about you, and just are at odds with you. And it's the thing that, and this is not for all black women. I want to be very careful not to generalize because I hate generalizations. I despise when people generalize. And I used to do it, and I'm happy that I'm not there anymore. But this is what I despise when black people generalize trans people and generalize gay people. And the thing that gets me the most is they're always talking about a real man and shaming gay men and shaming feminine men and shaming trans men and talking about, and this is specifically to women who align with the views and values of women like Tasha K and Angela Stanton King and your Candace Owens, specifically black women who align with those types of values. Y'all y'all act like gay and trans people are so beneath you, but y'all cannot stay out of the comment sections. Y'all literally be on every video. Y'all wouldn't have any life. Y'all wouldn't have nothing to talk about, nothing to do. There would be no joy. There would be no happiness. Y'all literally be in the comment section of all these gay men videos, all these trans women videos. And it's crazy how you feed off of the content and then you turn around and you diminish it and it demonizes. And this is for a very specific group. I know that not all black women are like this. Because I have a mother who I love, who loves me. I have sisters and cousins who are black women who I love and I know love me. Some of them are stubborn when it comes to pronouns. Those are the ones who are not around me every day. But for the most part, I have a beautiful relationship with one of my sisters who I'm super close with. I have a beautiful relationship with a couple of my cousins, and I have a beautiful relationship with my mama. But a lot of black women, and the problematic part about this is now we're entering this cycle where this narrative is being pushed out that the black woman is God, that the black woman is God because the black woman births life into this reality. But we got to be careful about this deification of human beings. Because when I say that I'm divine, I know that I'm just a crumb. I know that I'm dust. I know that I'm a roach crawling across the floor in God's body, in God Goddess's body. And having a vagina wouldn't make me, being born with a vagina wouldn't make me any more or any less. We have to be careful about the deification because now a lot of women are falling into the same lies that these men fell into. These men bought into the lie that they were gods because they had a penis. And they deified themselves based on genitalia. And we see how well that's working out. You have a function, you have a bodily function that allows you to host the divine spark and develop it inside of you. For some people, that's a gift. Some people don't want it. Some people don't want to have babies. Some people see it as a gift. Some people is like, child, you could keep that. And when you glorify that, knowing that everybody don't feel the same way about it, it's a level of narcissism. It's a level of narcissism that plays into that. Because everybody doesn't feel the same way about it. And there'll be some of you who would be quick to say, well, if it wasn't for us, there would be no life on the planet. Wait a minute, don't. You didn't let me. You was not having it. So that was a good example of what I was talking about. So in the comment section, it was a black woman who just came in the comment section and who said, "This is demonic, sir, ma'am." That's a prime example. Now I want you to look at me. Now there are beings in this world who are calling on the name of God. Every other word come out their mouth, arching your children's eyebrows, patting them on their penises at 15 years old, touching on your boys. But as long as they present to you in a male way, long as they present to you as a heterosexual man, you're not coming on their platforms saying that they're demonic, having no clue what they're doing behind the scenes. I need for people to be a little bit more intelligent, because now it's got to the point to where all I could say constantly to a lot of black women is bless your heart. Like literally, a black woman came in the comment section, and when I said, I was talking about, so Tasha K and the DL Whisperer were talking about how trans women can have surgeries to become women. The government is paying for trans women to have surgeries, right? So I was like, well, trans men are also having surgeries. And I pointed out that trans men get hysterectomies, they get their breasts removed, they get top surgery, and then sometimes they get a penis added on. Those surgeries cost more than our surgeries. So the black woman in particular responded in the comment section without fully reading the room and grasping what we're talking about, said, do you know that women have to have hysterectomies so that the cancer doesn't spread? They have to have double mastectomies so that the cancer doesn't spread. I'm not talking about having surgery to prevent cancer. I'm talking about having surgery that affirms your gender the same way males who transition to be female, the same way we have surgeries, there are females that do the same thing to be male. And their surgeries cost more. And so when you want to present an argument about what trans women are doing, and a lot of times y'all confuse it because y'all want to attach a man to us so bad that y'all literally call trans women trans men. And so a lot of times it's y'all who are erasing trans men. They'll say that trans women are getting so much attention and that's what's erasing trans men. No, it's other black women. It's black women calling trans women trans men. Y'all literally call us trans men. When being a trans man is actually a thing that people who were born with a vagina hey Aaron, people who were born with a vagina literally literally transition to be men. I'm doing well. I just wanted to come on here and unpack this topic because as I'm getting older, I'm frustrated with a lot of males because black men in particular, I'm frustrated with y'all because y'all, a lot of y'all, and if this is not for you, then don't respond. No hit dogs. But I'm frustrated with a lot of black men for being ashamed to show your emotions, thinking that showing your emotions make you weak. Because when they come out, you don't know how to handle them. And I'm frustrated with the black family because they didn't give you the space to be vulnerable. They didn't give you the space to prepare for a world that was going to force you to lead. They didn't give you the space to cry. They didn't give you the space to be soft. They didn't give you the space to understand your feminine side. And so it created a divide. It created a us against them amongst males. And now a lot of trans women, trans femmes, femme boys, non-binary people want to disassociate themselves from cisgender and heterosexual men because they are so traumatized by that space. And so many of you have had to operate at this almost robotic level in that space that your emotions, your needs, your emotional needs, they're foreign to you. Your emotions are foreign to you. And the black home, the black family, push you out into the world with no preparation for that. This is gonna sound selfish, but I'm gonna say it. We always talking about protect black women, protect black women, protect black women. And as much as we have protected them, one of them is still being sexually assaulted every 5 minutes. One of them is still being raped every 5 minutes. One of them is still being unalived every 5 minutes. And I think it just might be because we didn't spend enough time on the ones who are doing it to them. It's a cry for help. And how do we respond to the cries? We respond to it with prison. We respond to it with violence. We respond to it with everything but care. black boys, black men, black males are like this machine in America. It's like this machine that you just push and 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 push until it breaks. And then when it breaks, it damages everything around it. And how many you're not allowed to cry? How many boys don't act like that? Boys don't do this. Boys don't do that. You need to be strong. You're a man. You're the man of the house. You're a young man. Y'all literally be calling 5-year-old boys, 5-year-old males, young men. Y'all start grooming them for manhood. Grooming them to be strong and tough at 4 and 5 years old. You're training them to be machines. You're training them to be thoughtless and insensitive. You don't want them to have a feminine side. One woman in the comment section, she said, you don't want real men. You rooting for punks. You don't want real men. Well, exactly what these real men been doing for you besides keeping their foot on your neck. Besides keeping you out of the divinity, keeping you out the White House, suppressing your divinity, getting ready to take your voters' right, overturning Roe versus Wade. Meanwhile, your real men was sitting by watching it happen. I would root for a punk because at least a punk is going to be connected to their feminine side. So a punk is more likely to understand me. A feminine gay male is more likely to have compassion for me because a feminine gay male, a feminine being is more likely to have compassion for me and to understand me. Y'all sit up here and talk about how y'all need to be protected from men, but you're forcing them to be that. This is the sickest case of Geppetto puppet master I ever seen. It's okay for him to be violent and ride out on somebody and be a monster to other people, but you don't think that that's going to spill over into your house? You don't think that that's going to spill over into the way he engages with you? You don't think that's going to spill over into the way he interacts with you? So it's okay for him to be violent and dangerous and crude and cruel and a beast with everybody else but you. Because that's a real man. And that's what's weird to me with black women. Not all of y'all. Not all of y'all. But y'all want a roughneck. Y'all want a thug. Y'all want a... And I'm not going to lie. I was there. I drank the Kool-Aid. I was right along. I don't like no feminine male. I want mine to be masculine. I don't like no sissy. I was right along. I had drank the Kool-Aid y'all was pouring. But now at this beautiful state in my life, I realize that that's a performance. And I realize just because he's masculine, that doesn't mean that he's not a coward. I'm going to say that again. Just because he's masculine, it does not mean that he's not a coward. You can be feminine. You can be a feminine male and have more courage and be braver than a masculine man. And if you don't understand that, then what does that say about you as a woman? Can women have courage? Can women be brave? Are you feminine? Can you be feminine and still be brave? Can you be feminine and still have courage? Aren't you a woman? Can't you have courage? Can't you be brave? So why can't a male be feminine and still have courage and still be brave? Y'all are confusing masculinity with courage. Y'all are directly correlating them together, and just like my body did not align, those two things don't always correlate. They don't always align. I don't need you to be a real man. I need you to have real courage. I need you to have real heart. And I don't care if that's accompanied by a kitten heel. I don't care if that's accompanied by a full beat. I don't care if that's accompanied with a lace front. I don't care how that look, as long as you're not scary. Y'all want the performance, but y'all don't do in the jungle. Female lions are a lot of times more ferocious than the males. There are entities in nature that are born female and more ferocious than the males. Y'all are forcing and y'all are expecting all of these males to perform this idea of what it means to be a man. And as long as they can perform it, y'all not worried about who they are in their essence. Y'all not worried about who they are in their core. So when y'all start talking about black women not being protected, when y'all start worrying about black women not being safe, when y'all start speaking like that, I can no longer feel sorry for you, because you are participating in creating the black men who continue to disrespect you and mistreat you, because you're trying to control how they show up. What matters is that they show up. Stop trying to police how they show up. You running them away. You're pushing them away. You wonder why they end up with other men. Why they going to be with trans women? Because y'all act like y'all don't understand them. You act like having a vagina, having a cycle, having fibroid, having all that. You act like that makes you so different. Like you don't have a father inside of you. Like you don't have grandfathers inside of you. Like you don't have great-great-grandfathers inside of you. Some of y'all act like having a womb and having a vagina makes you so foreign that you cannot relate to men. That you cannot relate to males. Hey, Marku. All right, for subscriber from India. Right. They want to be protected from the monster that they have groomed and created. It's some sick puppet master. It is. They want they want the assumption of the male and not the authentic version of them. It's victim psychosis. It is. Right. You don't want to be nothing. You're nothing like the man, but you literally, a lot of you could go into a church and be like, "Oh, he did it. Oh, ain't he amazing? Oh, he's awesome. Oh, he's wonderful. Oh, thank you, Father. Oh, he's so wonderful. Ain't he amazing? Oh, I knew he was gonna make it away. Ain't he on time?" That is crazy work. So that's given that it's given it's given a projection. It's given some of y'all want to be men. Like, that's why y'all be saying stuff like, you can't have no babies. You can't have no cycle. Some of y'all mad because y'all got one. Some of y'all mad because y'all got one. Some of y'all would have took that penis in a minute. Some of y'all like, why was I not reincarnated with a penis in this life? Why did I get a vagina again? And I know this is true because the one who I used to talk to used to say it all the time. I should have been born with a penis. I done heard him say, and this is not a dig at trans men because not all trans men are toxic like y'all. Not all trans men are toxic like y'all. Not at all. So this is not a dig at trans men. When I'm saying what I'm saying, this is not about some trans men are toxic, though let's be clear. We're going to hold space for the toxicity of trans men. But not all trans men are toxic. I know some good trans men. I have some good trans masculine siblings in my life. But just like it's toxic trans women, it's toxic trans men. It's toxic non-binary people. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought non-binary people was gonna have it going on more than the binary people. I thought non-binary people was gonna be the wave of the future. Don't get me wrong. I identify as non-binary. I'm trans and non-binary at the same time. If you notice, I don't really call myself a trans woman, but I can still speak to that space because I lived in it for so long. I started my transition how many years ago now? I'm 48, 34 years ago. 34 years ago, I started playing with gender. I started transitioning to present as I started transitioning to present as a girl before we even had the word trans. We were saying drag queen. We were saying transvestite. 34 years ago, I started embracing who I was. And the crazy thing was, I was being molested by a man who was 10 years older than me in the church. And me transitioning actually protected me from him. Do you know, y'all be so petrified of your children transitioning the conversation needs to change with males who are transitioning to become girls. Instead of trying to get them not to transition, the goal should be to protect them if they decide to transition. Because a lot of times, transition is what's protecting them from groomers. And when I say groomer, I don't mean somebody grooming you to be a leader or teaching you or doing something healthy or doing some healthy role modeling for you. I'm talking about people who are sexually assaulting them in private. Like a lot of times transition is actually the only thing saving these boys. Just like with girls on the other side of that. Just like with females. A lot of them, they wear masculine clothes, they wear boy clothes, and they transition to be safe from men. And then when males transition and put on the girl clothes because you know the story, the ones that are trying to harm them in private, they don't want to be seen with them in public no more. They don't want to be around them anymore. So transition is literally saving them. It's literally a hedge of protection around them, and y'all calling it demonic. The divine feminine is actually protecting them because they living in their truth. They walking in their truth. They're not hiding who they are. But then if you got the family at home, if you got the loved ones at home, making them feel like it's something wrong with them for doing it. Because see, a lot of times girls get a different response when they start dressing masculine. The daddy, it'd be a sigh of relief. It'd be a sigh of relief because if you dressing like a dude, 9 times out of 10, you not sleeping with no you not worried about sleeping with no men. You still dressing like a tomboy. So it's a sigh of relief when you see a girl start dressing like a boy because you like, oh, this is a tomboy. Oh, I ain't gotta worry about them getting pregnant. Oh, I ain't gotta worry about none of that. Because they dressing like a boy. They're not interested in boys. They still acting like a tomboy. But then when your male child start dressing like a girl, instead of y'all trying to protect your male child and be like, okay, I don't know what this is about, but you do got a mama and a daddy. You got a grandma and a grandpa. This ain't something you pulled out your ass. You ain't pulled it out your ass. You ain't pulled this out of nowhere. You got a good strong mama figure, so I get it. Instead of y'all having that approach, y'all start, what you wanna be a woman for? You'll never be me. You that, you that. You that, you that. Well, what happened to the black woman is God? What happened to the black woman was the first one on the planet? What happened to the black woman created everybody and everything come from the black woman? What happened to that rhetoric now that your child is celebrating that themselves? And instead of you protecting your child and teaching your child how to move in that form, instead of you coaching your child and teaching your child, you putting your child down. So now your child goes out into the streets and make all type of desperate, low self-esteem having mistakes. Because they did not feel supported at home. So now your child went out here and contracted a STI. Your child went out here and got sexually abused by a whole bunch of people, carrying themselves real loose because they don't feel like they worthy of quality love because they weren't taught that once they decided to embrace their feminine side. Meanwhile, it was the embrace of their feminine side that was protecting them from a groomer who was sexually assaulting them. That's my story. My transition protected me from men in the church. Now, I'm not going to say it wasn't no groomers in the streets. But if I wouldn't have been shamed and beaten for being feminine as a child, if my mother and my father as a child would have came to me and said, okay, whew, I see you leaning, look like you leaning more towards your mama, your grandmas, and your great grandmas. I see, even though you got, this between your legs, that ain't stopping how you feel in your heart and your soul, huh? So this what you're doing, huh? Okay. So let's see how we could support you, because we don't want you to, we don't want you to, catch anything. We want you to be treated with respect. We want, people to love you and treat you with respect. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of respect. You're a human being, and you are our child. You come from your ancestors. We love you. We love you. We gonna protect you. We gonna show up for you. We gonna support you. How can we show up for you? How can we support you? How can we keep you safe? That's not what they get. That's not what they get. And that's why a lot of gay men who actually, some of them are more trans, more feminine. They become this toxic version of a man gay. That's how you get gay men living in their truth and still toxic. Because they equate masculinity with privilege. But again, masculinity does not mean you're not a coward. You can be a masculine coward. You better say that, Radigy. Let me regulate my nervous system and play another song. Yeah, but I feel like I got out what I needed to say. I needed to get that out, and I couldn't get it out in them short videos. I couldn't get it out in the videos.
You are my will, lost, alone, no world, silenced.
What did I unplug? Did I unplug it?
Angry, scared, fear turns to violence.
Rage crazed at a young age, a trap to lock me in a cage. Crossroad or dead end.
Can I turn the page? They say some come into your life, and from them you need to heal. Others come into your life, and in emptiness they feel.
I want to hear that. Start that from the beginning.
You are my will, lost, alone, no world, silence. Angry, scared, fear turns to violence. Rage praised at a young age, a trap to lock me in a cage. Crossroad or dead end. Can I turn the page? They say some come into your life, and from them you need to heal. Others come into your life, and in emptiness they feel. In this life most value money, the stuff that pays the bills. But what would any of it mean if we did not have the will? You are my reason, helping me go, a part of No stranger to struggle, we bend, don't buckle. Some friction and tussle when finding home and rubble. You found me in trouble and pulled me out on the double. They say, come into your life, and from them you need to heal. Others come into your life, and an emptiness they feel. In this life most value money, the stuff that pays the bills. But what would any of it mean if we did not have the will? You are my reason, helping me cope. You are the vision that gives me hope. So in those times when the world feels cold and hatred's acting cruel and bold, I remember now I'm whole. Because your presence brings meaning to my soul. You are my reason, helping me cope. You are the vision that gives me hope. You are my will. You are my will. You are my will. You are my will. Hatred's acting cruel and bold. I remember now I'm whole. Because your presence brings meaning to my soul. Okay, so we've gotten to the end of this. I want to thank y'all for joining us on the live today. I have a candle lit on the altar. And right now, I want to just take this moment to say, this is a safe space to heal. We've been dancing around this fire. You don't have to hide here. Whispering secrets because suppression creates perversion. Let's take a step. So own who you are. Understand your inner feminine, your inner chaos. Find your balance. Find your balance. As a person who has survived sexual assault, homophobia, transphobia, as a person who's familiar with self-medicating, using the cope, I want to know that we may judge, but we don't condemn. You may get a little judgment, we ain't gonna lie, but we don't condemn. We're not gonna put you down, baby. Design, where our soul is intertwined. When we say come as you are, we mean it. And prepare to be everything that you was meant to be. Souls merging, taking flight. In the echo of his silent vow, we'll create a world right here, right now. Every touch speaks volumes untold. In this story, let our love unfold. We'll build dreams brick by brick, and later time will tick. It's time to stop the games, love's calling us. In this moment, it's just the two of us, creating a world of our own design. Layla, where our souls intertwine. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Time to stop the games. Love's calling us. In this moment is just the two of us, creating a world of our own design. Layla, where our souls intertwine. Yes, yes, yes. So, we are going to be doing we're going to be developing the Purple Verse, and there's content coming. I got more black lights, more body paint, glitter. I created the feather headpiece and the earrings last night. So the white feathers were created for the Purple Verse, and as I told y'all in the last video, the Purple Verse is going to be in black light because it symbolizes creating inside of the womb. And so we are getting ready to so two things before we get ready to close out. I want to, I think I'm gonna do one more song, and then we're gonna get ready to close out. But the Purple Pantheon is almost done. The visual part is pretty much completed. I just gotta add my vocal part to the Pantheon. So for those of you who have seen the snippet, which was like 90 seconds, so this is gonna be a more thorough introduction to them. You got a sneak peek in the snippets, but in this one, it is gonna be a more thorough introduction to the 9 deities of the Pantheon, of the Purple Verse Pantheon. And so that is what we have coming your way in the world of AI with collaborating with AI, excuse me. That's what we have coming your way. Anadia, Purple Prodigy, has spent a lot of time developing these beings, like literally, like she works on these beings. I want to say the last week and a half, it's been like a double shift. Like she probably starts at like 11 or 12 o'clock when she wakes up, and she sits in front of that computer. She takes little breaks to eat her food, but she has really, really, really put at least 30 to 40 hours into this. So, I don't want y'all to think people just around here pressing buttons and AI doing everything. It does help to bring together projects that will probably take years. If it was not for AI, it would probably take years. Like 20 years ago, it would have taken her years to do this. But let's be clear, she didn't just hit a button and this just happened. Like, Empathy's been working on the music, and I have, was conceptualizing, And Nadia has been working with these characters and working with these characters and working with these characters. So I don't want you to think that just because AI is in collaboration, because sometimes AI will do what it want to do. You'll tell AI to do one thing, and then AI will do a totally different thing than you asked AI to do it. Then you got to go back and tinker with it and fix it and play with it until you get it right. And so I am a witness to the hours that she has invested into developing these characters of this pantheon, these 9 characters, Baroness, Nymphia, Scarlet, Nomada, Gadisha, Sunite, and Cora, and Roberta, and I think that's, wait, did I say Gadisha? I don't think I said Gadisha. So Gadisha will be the 9th one. But yeah, like all of these characters, literally, it's a time to develop each one and to make sure that they came out right. Now where we are, we could pretty much, once we get some good software, once we get a good AI software, I think we since we have their likenesses down pat now, we have cemented what their likenesses look like now. We can now work with an upgraded version of AI, work with a version of AI that has, we're gonna have to invest in it now. We're gonna have to put some money in it now, because we've been looking up and finding free stuff, but you can only get so much with the free, okay? So we're gonna have to go ahead and invest to take the purple verse to the next level. So we will definitely appreciate, y'all supporting the platform in the ways that y'all can support the platform, because as we evolve through this art and we evolve through this storytelling, we are able to come before you and give you this type of perspective, this type of platform. Art shapes life. Art impacts perspective. Art shapes how we see the world. And because of the art that we create, we have a very unique perspective. And so when you invest in it, don't think, oh, I'm not finna, give y'all money because it's a poverty mentality to not understand the importance of art, to not understand how powerful it is. It's a poor state of mind to not understand that all of this is about art. Everything is about art. Wars are fought over relics that are art. Wars are fought over things that other people created. That's art. Like literally, we wouldn't have any purpose if it was not for art and culture. And so when you support this art, this culture, this storytelling, you support a perspective that helps to bring balance to people, that helps people to embrace the wholeness within themselves, and it can create a shift. What if more males, more females, and more beings who did not subscribe to these concepts were able to get this message? I do think that we will live in a world where there would be less people being sexually assaulted, where there would be less greed, where there would be less people being insensitive to other people's plights, no matter what they're dealing with. Like expanding this, elevating this, exposing more people to this platform is gonna help, and it's gonna change this from being a rat race. It's gonna change this from being a reality where people always feeling oppressed and on a hamster wheel and always looking outside of themselves for things. Like this art has the capacity to heal and to shift the world, and it'll make it better for you, unless you want to keep participating in this reality of waiting to get your turn where your children feel like chattel, and soon as they get popped on the butt by a doctor when they come in this reality. They're shoving them in a box and saying, oh, you have penis, you boy. Oh, you have vagina, you girl. Oh, you have intersex. We're going to cut it and fix it. But at the same time, they saying these children shouldn't get cut on and shouldn't have gender affirming surgeries. But meanwhile, y'all operating on intersex children. Y'all operating on boys that start growing breasts at 12 and 13 years old. Y'all giving little boys circumcisions. Y'all doing stuff to little girls. Like y'all literally, y'all like little girls be getting nose jobs and getting their ears pinched back when they little. Like y'all are not letting people be themselves. Y'all already was operating on people. Y'all was doing it already. Y'all already was operating on these children. So if we change this world and we can start to heal this world through storytelling, through creativity, through culture, through heritage that is more welcoming of difference. Let's make gumbo. Let's stop trying to make a melting pot. Let's make gumbo. America was never great. It was great for some people, but there was always people in this country that did not feel seen, heard, or respected. And so it was great in theory, but not actually great for everyone in reality. So let's just make gumbo. And if you don't like meat, we know how to make vegan gumbo too. Okay? You ain't got to eat the one with the shrimp and the sausage in it. They got vegan gumbo for you. And if it's too spicy, we'll give you a diabetic bowl. Amen, they want me. But yeah, so we're gonna have to start getting some funding for the AI part of this, so we can be able to do more. Like I said, she spent a lot of time on that. I'm gonna be adding my part to it tomorrow, and we're gonna be releasing that. And I'm gonna get ready to do the purple verse. That's why I wanted to come and do this live video today. I wanted to give y'all a live video today because I hadn't been live in a few days. So I wanted to come give y'all a live video today. Shout out to, all of the purple ones. In particularly Fatima. I saw you leave a comment up under one of my videos. Up under the post when we had the purple fire last night. And I said this in one video. So now we finally have a name. We was saying purple ones, but now, because yesterday, Valentine's Day became Purple's Day. And purples is the first 3 letters of purple and the last 3 letters of people. So you know how you say my peoples? So we're saying my purples. So it's a combination of purple, which means whole ones, because it takes the masculine and feminine to create purple. The colors that's associated with masculine and feminine, those are the colors it takes to make purple. So that's why purple is a signature color here. We also like the color gray, which is representative of black and white mixed together, which is dark and light. So we like the color gray, but I most often, speak about purple, but yeah, gray too. So, but purple, but we're saying purples, and that means my whole peoples. Like it's my people and y'all whole ones. So it's a way to not have to say purple ones and just say my purples. Like we just abbreviated that, so we say my purples. So yeah, so like, every tribe got their name. Like we be like, yeah, they go my purples right there. What's up, my purples? Yeah, purples. So yesterday, that's how we did the fire, because we were celebrating each other. We were celebrating our purples. Amen. They want me. So yeah, we getting ready to do the first purple verse. We're getting ready to do a purple verse video. I was supposed to do it last night, but I ordered this galaxy, and I wanted the galaxy to go with the black lights so I wanted it to be stars, and I wanted it to be stars. I wanted it to be the black lights. I wanted to give the whole cosmic inside the womb effect. I love the way that's doing that. Like that light is streaming over the top. But I wanted it to give like a galactic galaxy effect, in black light, and that piece was missing. So yesterday we focused on the fire, but I reordered it so when that piece comes, we'll have everything we need to set up the purple verse. So if you have not become a member or supported the last video, support the last video, and when we get ready to do this next video, make sure y'all support it. This is a way that y'all can help us get the AI technology. This is a way that y'all can help us to just continue to build. We are going to be accepting another person to become a part of the tribe. We will have housing available for the person who is gonna be a part of the tribe. But let's be clear. There is housing available. Yes. There's room and board. But we do work around here. We are building the nation, but it's definitely an opportunity for another purple one to come and be a part of this work, who is taking it serious, who is not just saying, a place where I could get away and I'm going on a vacation to New Orleans. No, boo, it's not. This is not that. This is not like creative gifts are good. Creative gifts are good. Like to be able to contribute, like to have a talent, like to have like a talent with tech, or to have talent with recording music or producing music, or something that can help to build culture, that can help to build Laylam culture. A seamstress, know how to sew, like know how to do something that will help to elevate this craft, to elevate this practice. So we will be looking for another purple one, because we do have space for another purple one. Amen. Amen. We have between myself and Empathy, we have 3 different locations where we can house, we can help with food, because we share our resources. Like it's not no what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours. We share with each other. So if you're not about collective community, you will not be a good fit. I'm just gonna say that to you now. Like first of all, if you're a youth, understand that I'm an elder, and I'm gonna treat you with respect. So you're gonna treat me with respect. You're not gonna be walking around here talking to me like I'm crazy, because I go out the way for people. Like I bend over backwards and frontwards for people. So you're not about to play in my face. But we are a collective. This is communal work. So if you are a lone wolf and you don't really like it's a difference. Like, don't be super needy. Like you think you just gonna be super needy and people just gonna be waiting on you hand and foot. Like, don't get the game twisted. It's a fine line, fat. But community means that we share chores, we share responsibilities, we share food, we share resources, we move like a collective. That is how we work together. We are building community. So if you are a lone wolf, or you are a super needy, greedy person, then you probably would not fit. Either one of those things. If you are super greedy or super needy. Now, if you have special needs, that's a different thing. Okay? Let's be clear, because we don't discriminate against differently able people. We're not discriminating against differently able people. My God has got on today. We're not discriminating. But if you just selfish, you that kind of differently able person, you just a selfish ass. That's a difference. So that's not. So we don't do the lone wolves. We don't do the, well, I was used to being by myself and I don't know how to deal, I don't know how to be in community and I don't know how to, work together collectively. I don't well, stay over there. Stay over there. Thank you. All right then. All right then. Right. Community means reciprocity. Exactly. It's not no what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. We don't know. No fact. No fact. And that is why we work well together. We share what we have. There's no oh, this is mine. Now we do have our certain things that we like. But we say, okay, well, when I buy this is specifically for me. Or when I buy this is specifically for me. So we do that. Like we do have our things that are specifically for us. But for the most part, we share everything. We work as a collective. We work as community. We do it like our ancestors did it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, community, that's what's gonna be there for us when all this other stuff fall apart. Your purples is the person that's gonna be there for you when your purple is the person that's gonna be there for you when the person that said they love you done left you. They're gonna be the shoulder that you cry on. They're gonna also be the one that's happy for you when you find love or when you find that, if you feel like you need that. They're going to be the one that roots for you. They're going to be the one that holds you accountable. But they're also going to be loyal to you, committed to you, and not speak against you in a way that is humiliating, like disrespecting you, like being thoughtful, like, like for example, when we engage with each other and we say things to each other, we hold each other accountable amongst each other. We don't do it in front of other people. So then if there is a need to say something, it doesn't even look like a conflict. It looks like communication. But we don't have we don't get in front of strangers and go off on each other. That's not how we operate. And that's another thing that will let you know that maybe you're not a fit. If you don't know how to communicate, like if you have a problem with me, then you communicate your problem with me in a respectful way, just like I'm going to communicate my problem with you in a respectful way. And we're going to do that to each other. Now, if it's not being resolved, then yes, we will have to include other people into the conversation. And then we will we may need a mediator, but I don't feel like we should. I feel like if people are working on themselves and they're trying to heal, like if you're not a person that is at least done the work where you're in a place of being able to be accountable about the fact that there are things that you need to work on, that you do have some trauma, some issues that need to be resolved. If you think that you got it going on and you don't make no mistakes and everything you do is perfect, then you probably wouldn't be a good fit either. Okay? Because in Laylim Layler, you gonna get the props, you gonna get the compliments, you gonna get the yes, you did that, all right. But you're also gonna get what was that? What was that? So that's a part of wholeness. It's balance. It's balance. If you just always get praised and lifted up all the time and nobody never call you in or say, hey, you need to work on that, you start to get big-headed. You start to be giving bobblehead teas. It's a balance. And one of the things about me is I have always been good at eating myself up. I'm very good at wearing myself out. But every now and then, when I need to get a good booking, when I need to be held accountable. And I'm gonna give you a prime example now. You know, empathy. She's not here right now. She's in New York, but I'm getting ready to see her soon because we're bringing in the Laylim Layler New Year together. But empathy, you know, she'll lovingly eat me up in a minute, you know, and she will, and it be so thoughtful, you know. Empathy challenge me all the time, in a good way, you know. Sometimes she be doing too much, but sometimes it be justified. Like sometimes, like, and I appreciate it because you know it helps me to grow. And you know, every now and then, Nadia haven't really had to, you know, really give it to me, but maybe like one time in a while, um, since I, you know, stopped smoking weed and shenanigans, you know, and drinking because um I think there is sometimes where I like be like, okay, girl, but it's not like a it's not a like we have disagreements about simple stuff. Like it's not like a big rocket, like, oh my God, what have you done? This is horrible. Like it's not that type of confrontation. But I do think had I not got balance when I was self-medicating, I think that it would have eventually created some added stress because I can give a little bipolar tease, you know, if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed because I've been drinking or I'm aggravated because of the weed smoke. So it is like weed is addictive and it can be hard, you know, like to navigate. So, you know, thankfully I haven't been using any of those things and it's because I'm in a healing space. It's been, you know, when you're in a good space and you're not experiencing trauma, and that's what I had to tell myself, okay, stop making up trauma. Like I've been doing therapy with my intuitive counselor Ahura and Aurora, and it's been really really good. And I have, you know, these people around here who are helping me. Like it's very healing, you know. I just feel loved. I feel cared for. I feel seen. And so what am I doing this for? Like I'm strong enough. I don't have to self medicate. And so, you know, but when you need it, when you feel like you need that, like, cause sometimes we're in hostile environments and all that, sometimes you feel like you need that. But if I don't, you know, then why? So, like I said, I feel like I'm in a better position because of that. But the funny story is, so my sister Jasmine, her, you know, my children Titi, she was being honored. She was receiving an award at this bougie event. It was like a LGBT Black Pride Ball in New Orleans. And so they was having it over there at Xavier College. Child, when I tell you it was so bougie. And we didn't want to go. Like I wanted to go to Zulu Ball simply because it's Zulu and I lived in Africa where the actual the Zulus was. So a part of me just wanted to go to the Zulu Ball just to be able to say I've been to the Zulu Ball. But now where I am in my life, I like nice events. I can do a black tie event, but I don't want people to be at the event being pretentious. Like for me, it's just, you know, it's just plain dress up. It's not, oh, I'm better than you and I got this degree and I got this accolade and I'm this and I'm black excellence. Like it's not that. It's like we just having fun. Like, you know, this is cute. This is a cute outfit. Like, yes, I wanna wear this. This is cute. Like, it's more so that energy for me. So anyway, we're at this event. And you know, she was getting the award. And you know, I'm happy for her. Like, you know, I think she deserved to be honored. I think she deserved to be celebrated. You know, she got, you know, all these cheering, and you know, Jasmine just have come a long way. You know, she really have come a long way, and I'm very very happy for her. So I was happy to be able to go out there and honor her and support her and be a part of supporting her. She looked amazing. The dress looked amazing. I started to wear a Belle of the Ball dress, and I'm so glad I did because this bitch dress, Oh my goodness, that dress was everything. And so, like, chill, if I don't want my little arm, but I ain't never mind before. But I decided to give a more they them look. So that's why I wore the leather pants and like the feathers and all that. So and the chain mesh top and stuff. So anyway, child, I didn't know if I wanted to go. Like, I've been turning down a lot of events during this season because my fast is important to me. Like, I haven't gotten to the place where I want discipline wise when it comes to like eating certain things. Cause I was supposed to be on my my water and tea by now, but I haven't been eating, or I haven't been smoking or drinking, and I haven't been eating meat, and I haven't been like, I'm not even on the apps anymore. Like, I'm not interested in talking to men. Like, I'm not interested in that. Like, I'm really good on that. But I think that, like, right now, that's my focus, is like changing those patterns, and then I could get more discipline with my diet. So anyway, when I was invited to the ball, when I was invited to that ball, I knew it was gonna be an environment that was gonna be weird for me, because that's not my normal scene. Like, that's not my normal crowd. So I know if I'd have went by myself, I probably would have been tempted to eat some stuff that I'm not eating on this diet, and I probably would have wanted a drink. And a drink would have led to something else. And a something else would have led to something else. And so I was like, Anadia, you should go with me. Now, mind you, to get a seat to get a ticket to one of these is it's $50-something. So Jasmine had bought a table, so she got 2 seats for us. And what that is, like, that's over $100 for the seats at the table. So it would have kind of been rude not to go. But yeah, I was telling and then I knew we was gonna see people there that I was gonna be like, ugh. So anyway, child, we goes. I tell Anadia to come with me, and Anadia was like, "Well, girl, you don't have enough discipline to go by yourself." Then she goes, "Yeah, me." Well, girl, you might need to sit this one out. So long story short, she still ended up going with me. And I was glad that she went with me, because having support at an event like that, it would have been tempting to drink. It would have been tempting to let loose, because it is really me masking the stress of being in that arena, being around a bunch of people I ain't seen in forever, and a lot of people I don't speak to. But I was happy that I didn't drink. I was happy that I didn't self-medicate, because I've gotten to the place in my life where it's hard for me to bite my tongue, and I think the sobriety is helping me to bite my tongue. It's helping me to communicate in ways that are thoughtful. Because when I done had a sip, chair, I don't really care how we come out. I don't really be caring how you be feeling, and that's not right. And that's something that I need to work on if I am going to start drinking again eventually, or if I am going to be smoking. Like, I definitely want to be thoughtful. I definitely enjoy, like, just the thoughtfulness and the consideration and the accountability, how easily it comes from me in this season of sobriety, And so, yeah, that was, but yeah, and so I was happy that she was there, because she was my support system. But child, don't think, so that the moral of that story is, we do hold each other accountable, and we do, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, like, we like, okay. All right. Okay. And it's all love. It's all love, because at the end of the day, like I was telling Nadia earlier today, baby, just because we not sitting in a mansion, just because we not driving an expensive car, and this is no shade to the girls who have all the money. um Yeah, predatory behavior is sad. This is no shade to the girls who have all the money. This is no shade to the girls who have all the resources. But it takes a lot of integrity. It takes a lot of will. It takes a lot of knowingness to be happy, without all of that. Because we live in a world where you are judged so hard, as a black person, as a feminine person, as a trans person, especially in the South, by what you have, by your accolades, by material things. You're judged so hard. And so, when you choose not to have all of those things, because the way that we have to go about getting them sometimes is harmful to other people, and it creates harmful narratives. And so when you're built to stand on the type of integrity where you don't give in to that, that takes a lot of integrity. It takes a lot of willpower. And so I tell don't delete them. Don't delete them. Don't delete them. Cause I want to leave them there, because I want them to understand now when you get disrespectful, because right now you're treading in those waters. Yeah, you're scared to come outside. We know what you did. Okay. So I'm not scared to come anywhere. I don't, and I do go outside. I do go outside. So anyway, um yeah, yeah, go ahead and yeah, don't go ahead and go and look at their page though and see if they have any content. Yeah, it is definitely a projection. Oh, they are troll. Yeah, so it's probably a trans girl from a burner account. But yeah, so like I said, I'm definitely not jealous of anyone who has a career, because that wasn't my path, that wasn't my journey. And you're on my page, you know me. So not having a career, not having any of those things that still made me popular enough for you to be on my page trolling me. You're attracted to my light. You're here on my page trolling me. If I was insignificant, if I didn't mean anything, if I was worthless and invaluable, why are you here? Why am I important? Why are you wasting your breath? Why are you typing? Why are you talking to me? You're only proving my point. You're only proving my point. And so the point that I was getting ready to say was how powerful we are as human beings. Yeah. Let's talk about how powerful we are as human beings, and the fact that you're allowed to sit, the fact that Anadia is here, and Anadia is able to thrive in this space, um and that all of my daughters, like the ones who have been able to like really, really, really thrive from sharing space with me, you know. And it's because it takes conviction, it's because it takes courage, it's because it takes strength, it takes fortitude to stay on this path, to stay on this journey. no matter who comes into your life and tries to deter you and to distract you. And so to all of the children, the offspring, the loved ones who are coming into my life, all the loved ones who are coming into my life and who are supporting me. I am so thankful to all the ones who are supporting Laylim Layler, who are supporting this practice. I am so blessed. And Randy Willis, I want to say this. I would respect you if you had a page with some content and you would show your face and you would say, you know, like if you would get on a page, like create you a page, sit down in front of camera like I'm doing, and tell your story. Go ahead and block them. You can block them now. But yeah, get you a camera. Get you a camera. That thing say I'm jealous of Milan. That thing say I'm jealous of Diamond. Ooh, bitch, and brought up Mada too. So you know it's somebody, it's probably her. Cause who the fuck know I say Mada? Like not too many people know who that is. So it's definitely somebody who been watching every video. Who been hate watching. Like literally, you're a fan. For you to know who Mada is, for you to know who, like, I can understand because I've done videos, I've done a few videos dragging Diamond. So that's not really a reach. I've done a few videos talking about Diamond. And they've gotten a lot of attention in the community. They haven't been viral videos, but they've gotten attention in the community. The Diamond, bringing Diamond in wasn't a reach. You ain't gotta be that close to know. But you gotta watch a lot of videos, cause the things that I said about Milan, I haven't talked about Milan like I've talked about Diamond. Like I haven't, like, in every video, like I motherfucking every time I feel the spirit moving in my heart, I will read Diamond. That. So I don't do that to Milan. So for you to know about Milan and for you to know about Mada, you have sit and watched a lot of my content. You've watched a lot of videos. A lot. You are sitting there watching these videos. Hate watching. As your bitterness grew. And let me tell you something. I don't profess to like everybody. Everybody don't like me. I've said this in countless videos. I'm not rooting for everything that's trans because everything that's trans ain't rooting for me. I'm not rooting for everything that's black because everything that's black ain't rooting for me. Okay? And if I open my mouth to talk about you, it is not out of jealousy. It is because you have played in my face. There's not one person in the trans community that I am jealous of or that I envy. There's not one person. And when I did feel envy and jealousy, it was over girls getting a sex change before me. And I have that. It was never over a girl like, and I want to be sensitive to girls who, you know, who are in a certain place, because they're not coming for me. Academics are not coming for me. Scholars are not coming for me. People who have careers are not coming for me. But I want you to be clear. I am comfortable with the decisions that I've made for my life. And so when I read a girl, it is not out of jealousy. It's because I invested time and energy into that person and they played in my face. Now, what I've learned through intuitive counseling is that I have abandonment issues. Because when I was a child, I was abandoned by my family momentarily when I said I was trans, when I embraced my femininity. I was abandoned by the church, which I loved the church. I loved the church, and they humiliated me and they abandoned me because of who I was. My family abandoned me in a sense for a season, because now I'm good with my family. So I have abandonment issues. And I felt abandoned by Diamond Styles. I felt abandoned by Milan. And so my abandonment wounds caused me to lay in on them. It ain't jealousy. It's my abandonment issues. When I love people, because that's why I work so hard to create a chosen family, because of the abandonment issue. See, therapy is good, baby. And you need to get you some therapy so you can learn about yourself. Everything ain't jealousy. I actually liked Diamond Styles at one time. I wanted to have a close relationship with her. She knows this. Me and her used to be on the phone for hours at a time. I don't sit on the phone talking like that with people I don't like. I felt betrayed and abandoned. And I said this about T.S. Madison. I had put that woman on a pedestal. But let's be clear. T.S. Madison started rising up at a time where we didn't have many examples of Black trans women getting to that level of visibility. And I've said this before. It's like what football is to men who love sports, or people who love sports. I shouldn't make it about gender. But it's like a football game. I'm watching the MVP and I'm watching them play this game, and when I feel like they fumble a ball, or when they make a move I wouldn't have made, then it's me giving commentary the same way people give commentary after a football game or any sport. The advocacy world for the trans community, this is my Super Bowl. This is my football. This is my hockey. This is like y'all love sports. That's how I love trans activism. And so I get activated like a game, like a football game. I take it seriously. And when I was rooting for a team and I feel let down by that team, I'm gonna go off. And so that's what it was with Madison. It was not personal. Clearly, it was personal for her when she started talking about my teeth and started talking all up under my clothes and talking about my spirituality. It was personal for her. But I was just giving her critique, just like you would after you seen a football game and your favorite player fumbled the damn ball. Oh man, why he had to? and they go live and they talk about it. Man, he was in the pocket. He was about to make the field goal. He almost did that shit. That's all it was for me. I'm a fanatic when it comes to this trans advocacy, when it comes to community advocacy. That's all it is. Let's be clear. I was not losing any sleep at night behind T.S. Madison. I wasn't missing meals behind T.S. Madison. If anyone out of the three that I've named Dominique, I really don't even have an opinion on her. But out of the three, Milan, Diamond Styles, and T.S. Madison, the one that I was the most hurt by, and I could say that, is Milan. And those were my abandonment scars. Exactly. Mental health matters, children. I know their phone storage is way over capacity with all the monitoring and stalking they doing. It's super ghetto and tacky. Right. So, yeah, and through work and therapy, I can own that. I can say, yes, my trauma saying the things that I said about Milan, it activated an abandonment wound from my childhood. I called her my daughter. Now, mind you, I never asked her to be my child. I never asked her to be a part of my family. She started calling me auntie when she met me, and then she claimed me as her mother, and then she rejected me multiple times. But I never asked her to be my daughter. That's the part. Like, I let my guards down and started being a mother because she claimed me as her mother, and then she rejected me multiple times. And it activated my childhood abandonment issues. My inner child was hurt. The same thing with Diamond. My inner child was hurt. Not at the level with Milan, but my inner child was hurt by Diamond. You say Antoine? That's exactly. Antoine. Antoine was hurt. Because that was the child name. That was their name. Antoine was activated. And Antoine acted out. I'm not ashamed of that name. That's not a read. Antoine LeRae. It ain't spelled like any other name. It ain't spelled like any other Antoine you ever met. Let's be clear. But anyway, let's get ready to do our closing song now that we've gotten that out the way. And let's be clear. I've been in New Orleans since on and off. I've been in New Orleans since I've been predominantly here since September. I've been to Katie Red Club. I've been to I ain't been in the quarters because why? I'll leave that to y'all. I am almost 50 years old. I've lived in 5 different states in America. I've lived in Wisconsin. Yeah, go ahead and delete nobody. Wow, and their name is nobody. Ain't that crazy? Delete nobody. But I've lived in 5 different states. I've lived in Wisconsin. I've lived in Texas. I've lived in Georgia. I've lived in Georgia, Texas, Wisconsin, New York, and of course Louisiana. That's 5 different states. I've traveled to at least 15 different states to visit and stay there for a period of time. I've been to South Africa twice and Canada twice. I done slept on a bench in the airport in London. I have been places. So running out to go to the French Quarters, especially when it's not what it used to be, it's not my tea. For what? For what? Especially if you're not paying me, if I'm not being booked to do a show. I'm not being booked to read from my book. I'm not being booked to do no poetry. I'm not coming out there to spend my money. When I could go to the store and get a bottle that, like, you go out because you want to mingle with people, because you want to network with people. Who do I want to network with? I don't want to network with people. A lot of them is halflings. No tea, no shade. That's me inviting problems into my life. Most people practice Christianity. Most people believe in the patriarchy. And a lot of people happily support white supremacy. Why do I want to go and spend $12 on a drink for that type of community? Why do I want to pay a $20 door fee or a $10 door fee to get in and be around a bunch of people that I don't align with? To do the same thing and to expect different results is the textbook definition of insanity. Why am I going to go out, put myself in debt, and go broke to be around people who don't align with the world I'm trying to create, who don't align with what I'm not? You go out and you spend money for community. I'm not going to say I'm not in community with them people and I don't care about those people, because I do. But I'm not finna invest money into stuff like that. Just like they don't support me and they don't. Why am I going to go out and support them? And that's on period. Did I freeze Nadia? Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's that on that. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I'm not finna be going out and spending money and spending resources. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going out and spending money and spending resources to support people simply because I'm trying to get in good with people. Like, getting good with who? I have all the community I need when I cut my phone on or when I'm in this house. I spend my resources to go and be around my community. I have community here in Louisiana. I have community here in Louisiana. I have community in Georgia. I have community in Oklahoma. I have community in New York. And I save my coins because I'm on a fixed income. Shout out to the Black Trans Travel Fund because they be helping me. But I'm on a fixed income. Baby, I use my resources to go to places that I'm building community, not begging to be a part of community. Let's be clear. I only go to tables that I am invited to. I'm finna be 50 next year. I don't run up in nothing that I did not get invited to. Invitation, poo. Period. If you didn't invite me, I'm not coming. I don't do pop-ups. Everywhere you see me pop up at, either I was invited, booked, or it was a space that I helped to build. That's how I move. Invited, booked, or I'm helping to build it. That's the only place you're gonna see me. But running in spaces, trying to get some attention or to be acknowledged, going in places. Oh girl, you going to this concert? Oh girl, you going to the club tonight? Oh girl, you going here? Oh girl, you're going there. Invited, booked, or I'm building the space myself. Invited, booked, or I am creating the space myself. And that's on period, Pooh. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I'm too old to be running up in places nobody invited me to. I don't move like that. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, baby. Yeah, so it doesn't and so that's the point. Like y'all be like y'all got that sheep, that minion mentality, and y'all out here still seeking validation from people and still wanting people to see it for y'all. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. You're not about to force me to. I come from sovereignty. You're not about to force me to play these games, Pooh. At all, niece. You may not remember me, but I'm Tasmaya, and it's good seeing you after all these years. Child, you know the weed, child. I smoked that weed for a long time, Pooh. I probably know you if I saw you. I'm not really good on names, child. Yeah. I'm not really good on names, child. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Child, I was supposed to be getting off of this live 30 minutes ago, and somebody named Randy came on here and started trying to crank up the band. But I'm glad for that. Like I'm glad that they came on and said that, because I like the way that I dealt with it. You know, I like the way that I dealt with that. I'm glad that, you know, it really shows my growth. It really shows that the therapy is working, that the fasting is working, and that I'm really in a different place in my life. And don't think that because I'm in that place, I still won't eat a greasy pork chop. Because part of self-care looks like me not holding on to things. See, when you hold on to things, that's when you get resentment. And then that's when things blow up bigger than they have to be. No, I'm going to check it right there on the spot. Just because I'm healing, healing means loving me. It means respecting me. And so, yeah, just because I chew you out right fast, just because I motherfucking crunch you up for a second, bitch, ball you up and spit you out right fast, that doesn't mean that I'm not still healed. That's a part of the healing process. Yeah, girl, I'm going to eat you up and I still love you. Because love is all things. They say that even in the Bible. Love is kind, is patient, it's all of the things, honey. And sometimes it's going to be eating your ass up. Eat you up from a place of love. And then because I didn't hold on to that resentment, because I didn't just stuff that down and pretend like I was okay, now it's not festering and turning into resentment. Now I done called you out. Now you might be feeling the way. You might be feeling wrong because it was an energy transference and you didn't say back what you needed to say, or you wasn't able to receive what was being said to you. You didn't have the capacity. But I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I got to see Fatima. Look, that was the reason. Look at another good thing. Look at what Randy did. If I wouldn't have been chewing Randy up, I wouldn't have got a chance to say hey to Fatima. I love you so much. Happy Sunday. Oh. Hey, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. So, whoever it was, they got a little text mail number. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so whoever it was, I don't know why I can't get this. That boy, you used crack. He wasn't 18. Yeah, chill. So, I don't know. This child is talking about I don't know if they're talking about the stuff that happened when I was like 26 or 27 years old. Like, I'm trying to think who this bitch who was all around me at that time. Which one of these punks that was? Which one of these punks that was? So, calling me a pedophile. Yeah, calling me a pedophile. So, oh my goodness, girl, this. And I could imagine the person that's calling me a pedophile is probably the one touching boys now, like probably actively participating in pedophilia now. Cause I'm not finna say that when I was smoking crack, I never had sex with a boy who perhaps was 17 or 16 years old, and bitch he was taller than me, and bitch he looked growner than me, and bitch he threw that dick at me, and bitch I didn't know. Bitch, I'm not gonna say that never probably happened. But bitch, I tell you what, I didn't climb on top of him and jump in his booty hole. I tell you what, I didn't beg him to let me suck it. I'ma say that. I'ma say I didn't throw myself at him. I'ma say he stepped into a man's place and I was smoking crack. Do you know how many prostitutes sleep with men underage because they're in addiction? Do you know men literally bring males to prostitutes to break them in? That's a real thing. Grown women sleeping with little boys because they high on drugs doing sex work trying to survive. So you will never make me feel bad about some shit I did. I ain't jump up and down in his booty hole. And I didn't throw myself at him. I wasn't, ooh, he's 16 years old. Ooh, he underage. Let me get some of that. No, he came to me like a grown man and asked me to put that dick in my mouth. The nigga was taller than me. I was hitting a rock. What do you expect from me? You expect for me to have all type of moral confidence when I'm walking up and down the street selling my body for rocks? What are you expecting from me? Are you going to tell the part where the boy was already smoking crack when he met me? Are you going to tell the part? Not you trying to paint the picture
Like this was some little bitty boy coming home from school, and I followed him home from school, and I was like, ooh, you little young boy. Ooh, I want you, you little young boy. Girl, these children need to stop. These children need to stop. Thank you, Fatima. I was tricked by some nigga before back in 2018. He legit looked at older and lied, and I thought we were the same age, only to have his WhatsApp number connect me to my Facebook, and his profile popped up, and it was his prom pics of that year. Literally, I felt so sick and never spoke to him. That's lovely. I'm happy you're good. I love you so much. And yes, we're holding down the fort and taking care of each other. I can't wait to see you, Mama. I'm howling at that. They love to paint us with a brush they've been using. Exactly. Probably somewhere actively paying little boys. Probably paying little boys right now. Ma'am, I haven't had, sir, whatever you are, I haven't been intimate since September. And let me tell you what I love now. I love grown. When I do mess with people, when I do engage in those types of activities, baby, I like them grown. Pooh. Super grown. I love me an old man. I like them 45 and 50. I love a grown one. Only thing I'll be liking is sometimes that thing don't be working. Sometimes that thing be on the struggle bus, but I love some maturity. So you talking about some shit I did in my early 20s. Some shit I did after I found out I was positive and I was smoking crack because I was depressed because I was positive and the church told me I was going to hell. And then, baby, I wasn't no criminal. I was just as much the victim as he was. I was just as much the victim as he was. And that's what's sick about y'all now. Y'all love trying to paint us as monsters like we not human. I used to only date much older men when I was younger, but the older I got, the less they approached me. Clock that T. Wow. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to always be attracting the papas too. But now, I can't, don't get me wrong, cause my husband, my last husband was 11 years younger than me. So, if he was still alive this year, if he was still alive this year, he would be 37. If he was still alive this year, he would be 37. Now, whoever this is, they keep calling my phone, but little do they know, I got people who know how to trace calls. And bitch, you could keep playing on my phone if you want to. When I call one of my friends and have them to trace their call, and your bitch ass be locked up in fucking jail, bitch. Cause I'm not about to answer it. I'm literally not about to answer it. Like you were calling for nothing. Bitch, what I look like tongue wrestling with you. But what you not about to do is throw up some stories, like literally, and I'll talk about that openly and freely, because who haven't done some of y'all have done some stuff and don't even know y'all done it. But what you could never do is come forward and say, in the past 20 years,
that some shit like that has happened. You can't say that I done been with somebody who was underage in the past 20 years. You can't say that in my sober mind I did some shit like that. And you damn sure can't say that I jumped up and down in a minor booty hole like y'all be doing. That I had a minor giving me fellatio, forcing a minor to give me head. Exactly. With their fully functional dicks and testosterone filled pulsing through their body. Exactly. You done triggered and called out pedophiles, and now they're really enraged. Right. 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 Like, who do you think I am? Like, this, it literally shows where you are mentally in consciousness if you think you know I'm live. I do not answer numbers I don't recognize. I don't do that. Like, it literally shows where you are in conscious if you think that I'm about to sit up here and go backwards and forwards with you. Like, what have you been watching my videos? You haven't surmised that I'm intelligent enough. I don't answer what? No, Pooh, that's not how that works. And you can't shame me for something that I did over 20 years ago in the grips of addiction. Like, that really speaks about, that says more about who you are to still be trying to hold me in that space. Mind you, this boy was 20s. I think he was like 17, and this boy was probably like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", and he wanted to be in a relationship with me. And I was 26 years old. Now, mind you, I was not the aggressor. I was not pursuing him. I was not flirting with him. Honestly, I was acting like a parental figure, and he fell in love with me. And the reason why he started liking me is because his mama was on drugs. Me and his mama was getting high together. I know exactly who you're talking about. Me and his mama was getting high together. And I was doing so much for him, looking out for him, but I wasn't sexually attracted to him. I wasn't trying to have the child. I was not trying to have him. He started playing with my head, wanting me to be his girlfriend, trying to find a way to get control over me. And my dumb ass went for it. I was smoking rocks. Yeah, I gave him some head one time, and it never happened again. But he was already doing heroin and smoking crack. He was already doing all the stuff. So let's not try to act like he wasn't out there having sex with grown women already anyway. I was not his first adult.
He was not innocent. He was shooting up heroin and smoking crack before he met me. You're a pedophile. What you did to that little boy? The boy was taller than me. The boy was bigger than me. The boy was staying out and running the streets and already doing all of the things already. The boy could have beaten my ass. Right. Stalking online and excessively calling a sadistic psychopath, sadistic psychopath behavior. My own family accused me of being a pedo using anti-two-spirit propaganda and stereotypes to justify that I was a victim of them molesting and torturing, and trafficking me as an infant my entire childhood. Oh my goodness. This anti-LGBT stereotypes to justify shunning and disregarding their own child so she can move on with her new family and new pedophile husband. They always accuse you of everything they have done and are doing. Because I definitely believe the person calling my phone right now is definitely probably still actively, for them to be stuck in that place, for them to still be talking about something. I am 48 years old. This happened I know what year it happened. It happened when I was 26. I remember it. The reason why I remember it is because that was the year I found out I was positive. And that's why I know we didn't have any type of intercourse, and I even sucked it with a condom on. And we were high. We were doing crack. And it was the good crack, because this was before Katrina. It was the strong crack. Let me just go ahead and say that. It ain't the crack that people be doing now. It was the real crack. So yes, I had a moment of vulnerability with a child who was motherfucking like 6'1" or 6'2". I'm 5'8". He was already getting full. He was already acting like a grown ass man. Yeah. And I'm not proud of that. But what you not finna do is paint a picture that this was just some innocent child that had their whole life in front of them, that wasn't involved in nothing, and I was the bad influence that led this child down the street of debauchery. That's what we not finna do. Now, in the picture that we got up, the picture that I got up as a screensaver, that's that. That's that. Those little innocent boys wearing tighty whities, that's that. But this child was already in the streets, was already grown, and was already getting full. And you probably wanted him, and he didn't want you. But let's be clear, I never pursued him. I never came on to him. My duck ass fell for his game. He ran game on me. Let's be clear.
That's how that happened. He ran game on me. It wasn't no, ooh, I'ma get him. Ooh, I'ma pull him. That wasn't my mentality. Rejection is protection. I have a mother and sibling. I'm talking with you both right now. Oh, mama, you know you're psychic. You know when intention, evil eye, and shit is being spoken over your purses. That's why I have a candle burning now. Who the pedobots are working overtime to fight a losing battle. Child, it's insane though. Like, to not know is one thing. At least you're open and honest and always speak and hold yourself accountable. Exactly. 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 Child, that was a time in my life where I looked at, you have to understand that grown men were sleeping with me when I was that age. Younger. And so in my 20s, my rationale was, I think that it's worse to be the one penetrating them and putting your penis in their mouth, because then, in my mind, you are the aggressor. If you initiate it and you top them, in my mind, you are the aggressor. I've seen grown men sleep with boys, and like my uncle literally wanted to take me to an adult woman to break my virginity. So all of these ideologies were shaping my thoughts in my 20s. Grown men were sleeping with me. I was born a boy. You're a boy. You're supposed to be able to handle it. You fine. You're a boy. So in my mind, he taller than me. He a boy. That's what this video was about. It was about how, that's why I was crying in the beginning of the video, because we are not protected. We are not taught. I had to learn, and I was still learning in my 20s because nobody taught me. All of the stuff was happening to me and nobody was teaching me. I had to learn it the hard way. Grown men were sleeping with me when I was 14, 15 years old. Grown men were pursuing me, and it seemed like nobody cared. And they were jumping in my booty hole and mouth. Then my uncle wanted to take me to a grown woman to teach me how to be a man. These are the constructs, and this was the framework I had when I was in my 20s and in my teens. Who was teaching me that this is inappropriate, that this is not? Who was saying that? It was a normal thing for a boy, as long as he wasn't getting topped, as long as he wasn't getting on his knees to get his dick sucked by a grown woman. Little Boosie has said he let grown woman be around his children. So in my mind, as a person smoking rocks in their 20s, a queer person who had been rejected, what examples had I saw? I saw young men getting head and having sex with grown women, young boys, teenagers getting head and having sex with grown people. I was a young male who was getting my cakes dug out and getting jumped on by grown men. And you expect me to say, in my 20s, my brain literally is in the year of finishing developing. And I'm supposed to say, this is horrible. What? This is wrong. I'm supposed to think like that. It is literally like 2003, 2002. I'm supposed to be thinking like that. Just found out my status in the midst of my addiction. I'm supposed to be thinking like that. I'm so glad that you think so highly of me, girl. I'm so glad that you think so highly of me. So no one can try and shame and humiliate you. Okay. How many of these Tina bricks be on the apps collecting the latest batch of niggas? Exactly. Who just hatched out of their kicks. Exactly. It's going on right now. They having these little boys right now, as we speak. Having these little boys right now. Grown men having them right now. And it's normalized. Having them right now. Grown women and grown men. I know a boy who was 16 years old who had a baby for a woman that was 34 years old. And nobody batted the last at it. Nobody batted the lash because he's a man. Y'all start grooming them to be men at the age of 5 again. You roll the whole tape and people still try to create the same male coming from their own house and end up snitching on themselves. Grown men and women having a field day with these young boys, and it's disgusting. Their concept of being a man is rooted in deep pedophilia. So I just want to be clear. If you want to try to read me about some shit, if you want to try to read me about some shit I did, child, I tell you what, I will feel guilty if I was doing it now. I feel guilty if I was doing it 15 years ago. But you're not finna make me feel guilty about some dumb shit I did in my 20s. Bitch, me and him was both children. As far as I'm concerned, we was both fucking children. Cause who the fuck raised me? I left my family, I left my grandma and them when I was 16 years old. No, when I was 16 going on 17, I went to the damn Covenant House. I started taking hormones when I was 18 years old. I started taking them regularly when I was 18 years old. You go through puberty again when you start taking hormones. So I was literally in my 20s going through puberty again, going through puberty as a girl. Who the fuck was raising me? You know what I feel guilty about? I feel guilty about the fact that, and I don't even feel guilty about that. What I've lost sleep over, what I've lost worry over and concern over were the young trans girls that I mothered, and I guided them into sex work and I guided them into selling drugs and doing sex work because that was what I knew. Now, if you wanna know what I've lost sleep about, what I felt bad about, is the young trans girls that have come to me at 14, 15 years old, and the only thing I could show them how to do was sell some drugs or sell some ass. Because that's all I knew how to do. I got out there and worked and did what I had to do so they didn't have to, and they still wanted to do it because that's what they saw me doing. That's what I done lost sleep over, and that's why I changed my life. That's why the ones who are coming into my life now that I'm mentoring and that I'm able to teach, Nadia ain't never seen me turn no trick. Matter of fact, she ain't never seen me with a man. That's what I worked on. That's what I changed. That's what I'm working on being better. That's what I was ashamed of. All of the trans girls, I led down the same path that was destroying me because I didn't know any better. If I feel guilty about something or something has caused me to lose sleep at night, it would be that. I could tell you today, a 16, 17-year-old boy can't do shit for me, but learn. I could tell you today, he's safe around me. I could tell you today, that motherfucker could look like, that motherfucker could look like Michael B. Jordan. And it'll be a no for me. I could tell you I wouldn't even be lusting off of him. And you could go on TikTok right now and you could see 16-year-old boys, 17-year-old boys posted on TikTok, and you could go in the comment section and you could see grown women my age flirting with those boys in the comment section. Oh, he's so handsome. Oh, he looks so nice. Ooh, he look right. Ooh, yes, honey. He could get it. Grown ass women. I go on their page because I'm curious at this point. I go on their page and look at their profiles, and these be grown ass women my age flirting with these 16 and 17-year-old boys in the comment section, and y'all don't say nothing. So I had to learn morals for myself. I had to learn something different from myself because nobody was teaching it. You know how many underage dudes out of hand put themselves in a grown man position looking like grown men? And let's be clear, I don't know what they putting in the water now, because the boys now don't look like the boys look when I was coming up. The boys when I was growing up, they was country fine. They was grown. I don't know what they was putting in the food. They looked like grown men. Now today, they putting something in the food where these little boys be looking like children forever. Forever, ever. They be looking like children. It's you know, because this country is run by pedophiles, they doing something to the stuff now that's stunting these little children growth, and they round here looking like, 16, 17 years old, still looking like they 9 and 10. That was not the case when we was growing up. She was 15, 16, looking like a grown-up. Now they doing something to these children. I don't know what they putting something in a cereal or something. And these children is 15, 16 years old and still looking like they're 11 and 12. It's hormones in the food. It's also reflected in the sperm count. Exactly. Exactly. Little boys ain't even got no sperm. Pole things. Well, it might not be a pole thing because we don't really need no more. We don't really need no more of these children. Atrazine in the crops, turning entire amphibians intersecting. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I know you serious. But baby, that's what it is right there. That's what it is right there. Child, when I tell you, hold on 1 second. Yeah, child, I done been on. Child. The child, the baby, these children look like children. We laughed at the same time. At the same damn time. No more workhorses and slave breeders, okay? Child, they around here breeding babies, and babies breeding more babies. Yeah, but child, I'm glad that I'm in a place in my life because this child came on the live. This child said, "We know what you did. That's why you not as sad." You know what I did, bitch. It's 2026. Now you want your revenge? Ooh-wee. Let me say, we know what you did. Bitch, it's 2026, bitch. This shit happened in 2003, 2004. Are you serious? Are you serious? No, bitch. I tested positive in 2003. Bitch, this shit happened in 2003. Yeah, this shit happened in 2002 or 2003 or 2004. Bitch, are you serious? Bitch, are you cool? Yay! I know what you did. We know what you did. It's giving very much we know what you did last summer. Girl, calm down, sis. Calm the fuck down, sis. Really? Girl, are you cool? Now, and then had the audacity to say, I practice witchcraft, which I don't. I do not. I practice something that's more dangerous. And I don't need to know who you are to send it to your house. So tread lightly. Because I go to my altar and send some shit to your house. I won't eat for 2 days so the signal can be clear. So it could be a direct link. And I'll send it to your fucking house. I don't need no phone. I don't need no fucking internet. Bitch, all I need is this. One day, one day shipping. One day shipping. And I'm responsible with my talents, with my gifts. I don't do that to people. But if I think for certain that you're playing with me or you're threatening me with a good heart, it will be express delivery, bitch. I will sit up in here and I will stop eating so that it will be a clear signal. And when you get a giant chromatic foot in your fucking ass, bitch, you'll learn today. And bitch, you could be outside, inside, it's gonna find you. Cause they don't play about me. They don't play about me. When you know the connection you have with your ancestors, when you know the type of power you have, that comes with a responsibility. You don't use it all willy-nilly. Because then they're not going to move for you like that. It comes with a responsibility. When I take the time to sit and meditate on getting somebody together, when I take the time to meditate on that and send that to you, I got to go ahead and deal with however they choose to deal with you. However they choose to deal with you, it's got to be well with me. And so when I make that decision, because once I let them intervene, I can't tell them how to deal with you. You know how y'all be saying you can't tell somebody how to hit back? Once I ask my ancestors and my spirit guides for protection and for help, I can't tell them how to do it. So it's got to be well with my soul. Well, you asked for it. You asked us to step in. You asked us to help you. It's dealt with. So don't be around here testing me. Because all I got to do is push away from the table and start fasting. And that's going to make it happen to you quick. It ain't witchcraft, boo-boo. It's something y'all don't understand because y'all pray to a lopsided system of oppression. It's called being in tune with nature. It's called being connected to everything around you. It's called being tapped in. Which is basically, that's just a white word for witchcraft. The witchcraft is just a white word for it. Don't whitewash me. It's called being tapped in, boo. It's called being connected, boo. It's called when my feet touch that grass when I go outside and I feel that breeze against my skin. I'm fully integrated and connected in, honey. I'm tapped in. So baby, when I remove those blocks and those barriers, if I wanted to manifest, I can make it manifest. If I want it to happen, I can make it happen. I can will it. And if I was the person that you said I was, I would get you. Be glad I'm not who you think I am. Half of the people who came on this line projecting, because several people have come on this video talking about, oh, it's demonic and I rebuke you. Rebuke yourself. Rebuke yourself. Let me play on what you call it. You finna close out. Because it's definitely a projection. Ugly blessing.
Oh, Mother Father, let this ugly blessing be a lesson for me. Teach me everything you touch me. Manifest this blessing, yeah. Young, black, and queer, that's the poster child. Mentally, I'm something like a punching bag. Friends and family hit the hardest, never mind. When they doing good, forget you fast. Just wanted to be free, guess it made me bad. Talk about me like a dog, guess it make me glad. But the music in my heart is all I ever had. So I thank you, God, got us in advance. The best blessings in life come at a price. Testing in the strife, that's what make you wise. Heaven to live with me. Mother, Father in my cries. Rebuking every lie with purple in my eyes. So it's ugly and it's still a blessing. Hard to accept, but it still teaches a lesson. Out the box, trying to get pure, unsaturated. Might come with some risk, but God is consecrated. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. But the Father turned my pain into perfection. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. Hallelujah in the stars that taught me lessons. Blessings come and go like seasons change. Winter cold, yeah, I felt the pain. Shed some blood, left a permanent stain, yeah. Watch it spin down the drain. My mother, father said that's just the grain. Every storm is where I learned your name. God got us in the mud, still calling me the same. Let me love forever, purple in my veins. Come at a price. Tested in the strife. That's what make you wise. I done paid the tears, now I'm paying it forward. Every ugly chapter made the story strong. The grace is ugly and it's still a blessing. Hard to accept, but it still teach a lesson. Out the box, trying to get pure, unsaturated. Might come with some risk, but God is consecrated. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. Mother, Father, turn my pain into perfection. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. Let him color in the scars that taught me lessons. I used to pray, take it away. Now I pray, let it stay. I gotta let it break me, let it shape me. Mother, Father, make me unafraid. Every tear was tuition paid. Every grave was a bed you made. Little in my DNA, so when they see me shine, they gon' know what it weighs. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. God has broke me open just to bless me. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. Mother, Father took the ashes, made a testimony. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. Oh, ugly and lower in the ugly, that's what made me love. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. I wouldn't trade it now. God got it. I got it. Ugly blessing, ugly blessing. Thank you for the ugly. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the ugly. Yeah.
Come on. That song is so like, I didn't even know that song was on here. Shout out to Empathy. Like, and that song is so befitting what happened in this video, because that was healing for me to talk about that. Like, I'm happy. Like, I hate that it came out like that, but sometimes, you know, things have to come out in an ugly way, because I really think that I unpacked more of my trauma. So that was actually healing for me. And that was an ugly blessing. You know, it got me to really, really like reflect on my childhood and it was perfect for the conversation, because we was talking about pedophilia. And so like Look at empathy. Like, I didn't even know this song was on here. I just saw it now. I'm gonna have to call her when the live is over and tell her about that. But that's what that was. That was an ugly blessing. The person who was calling my phone, the person who was like leaving all of those messages in the comment section, it was an ugly blessing. And it provided an opportunity to have like a really, really honest conversation about just further unpacking how these boys are brought up to be predators, how they are so sexualized as a child, how they are so indoctrinated to be like sex bots, that they put themselves in positions to be to be sexualized, to be treated like stallions, to be treated like bucks. You know what I'm saying? And it's normalized because they're boys. And that was the place that I was in when I was in my 20s. You in my mind, I didn't see him as someone who needed protecting. I saw him even though he was younger than me, I didn't see him as the one who needed to be protected. But I can tell you through that process I did, by the time that it was over, by the time we went our separate ways, that's how I felt. That's why I didn't continue. I grew from that experience with him. But you know, in that time, child, they was making young boys look like predators, and black boys was like, you know, responsible for killing people and having guns, and already had guns, was always drinking, already having sex. Like, they had painted young boys as predators during that time. And you have to understand that half of the dudes that I was going to buy my crack from was underage. Because they were being groomed for that. They were little soldiers for this matrix, for the patriarchy. And my little punk tranny ass, they didn't even care about me. I was even less valuable. I was the fluffer. You know how the all the Queens men, how they had the women in the back that be fluffing them, getting their meat ready so they could go out there and make their money. Like, that's our role in society. Trans women, we literally the fluffers. We the fluffers of the plantation. I was a fluffer. Bitch, I was a fluffer on the plantation. The cis straight boys, we the soldiers, and we the fucking fluffers, bitch. We can't carry no jury. We ain't about to bring no more slaves here. We ain't bringing no more soldiers here, and we ain't bringing no more breeders here. Well, some of us participate in that, but we ain't bringing no soldiers here, no breeders here. So guess what we do? We do the fluffing. Let me go on here and get that meat ready for you. God. Oh, oh my God, it's Gotcha. Hey! Unfortunately, we got the spiritual ammunition for these weirdos and Fatima. Oh, gang stalking is so common, I see. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Not to mention, in them files, the whole thing truly was a scheme set up by Todd. Them. Child, and then like y'all talking about what I'm doing, baby. Let's talk about Epstein Island, bitch. You gonna get me for some shit I did 20 years ago, baby. Let's talk about what. Let's talk about let's open the doors and clean the shelves. How about that? Let's open the doors and clean the shelves. How about that, huh? I'm trying to find.
Baby, that was so nice. I loved it, that ugly blessing. That was nice. Child, we got so much work up in here. Wait a minute. What she made? Lose Your Soul? She did something with Lose Your Soul? Baby, we be doing some work, baby. She done a couple of songs. Let me see what she got.
Does ever carry his cross, feeling like all hope is lost. They said his name, but forgot just us. My Father, intercede.
Cast out, forsaken, rejected, condemned. Other light was bright, now it's growing dim.
Ashamed, afraid, ostracized again. Believe in the lies they told us back then.
But something inside keep calling me friend.
Saying the story ain't got again. I looked in the mirror and finally saw the one they've been praying to all along. The darkness, love shines bright. In grace we find our Jesus, Jesus, that's just
Rising from the dead, love redeems, grace abounds.
love redeems, grace abounds in these arms, true freedom found. Together we rise, just us.
Together we rise, no more. Father, Mother, everything we need is in each other. They use their name like a chain and a curse. Told us we sinners, made us feel worse. But I flipped the script, rewrote the verse. When I say Jesus, just us. No middle man, no man on a cloud. The king inside is screaming loud. I am the prayer, I am the cross turned crown today.
Bethlehem, my Father, Mother, intercede. I believe everything I need is in me. Everything I need is in we. Just
Rising higher than the dust.
redeems, grace abounds. These arms, true freedom found.
Whole world standing 10 toes down. We the second coming of each other.
Oh, I like that. We the second coming of each other, just us. Come on, baby. Now that's one thing that I'ma give Snow, cause I'm not gonna say I'm not calling her mother, cause you don't get that title. But that's one thing that I got from Snow is one of the things that I got from Snow was the concept of just us. You know, instead of saying Jesus, saying just us. And Empathy that made a gospel song called Just Us. So I'm going to give credit where credit is due.
Intentional flow is so precise. We hold the mic, rapping through the coldest nights. Got the spirits with the lyrics that can show the light. Swords and knives are nothing to uphold the guys. Cause we moving shit around as the world recites the words we write. I'm gonna overcome this plight. I need my ancestors to hold me tight. Borrow my vessel when it's time to boldly fight. So many enemies sucking into my energy. Smoking cigarettes was my only remedy. I'ma let it be, working on a better me. But it's kinda sad that this is repetitive. My life is starting over while
And I'm 33. Ain't nobody hurt me more than I'm hurting me. I used to call them different to try to flirt with me.
I'm no longer waiting
For someone to murder me.
The spirit of oppression,
It needs to let go.
around my sisters.
It seems forgetful.
I'ma need a movement, I'm instrumental.
Storm has arrived. That's a sentinel.
Don't you know?
Hey.
Don't you know? Don't you know?
I am whole.
Don't you know?
Hey.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Oh, intentional.
It's your blow.
The world is cold, so fuck around and lose
Yourself.
Baby, I done played the game. Baby, I done played the game. Baby, it remains the same. Baby, it remains the same. Baby, I done played the game. Baby, I done played the game. Baby, it remains the same. Have you ever paid for death? Well, I have bit by bit. The sad thing about it is I had to quit. I punished my body so my mind could escape.
Each time I do this, my dreams are being raped over far greater destiny, not orchestrated by doom.
I seem to have missed somehow stuck in the bathroom. Stuck in the bathroom. Stuck in the bathroom. Stuck in the bathroom. Who needs an STD or a free pass to jail?
I do a better job of sabotage. I put myself through hell.
The truth is hard to accept, but it can no longer be kept. I seen an enemy. Her eyes stand with gloom. I see her every time I get stuck in the bathroom. Stuck in the bathroom. Stuck in the bathroom. Intentional.
It's your love. The way cold. But you yourself.
Something like a prophet. Give my all without a profit. All I can do is be honest. And I'm humble, so modest. But I still struggle with my logic. Cause I'm a vessel, not an object. Can't dodge, normally I still wrestle in the spirit. I can't dodge it, I just despise it. I'm so intentional, I'm multi-dimensional. Individual, spiritual, I'm mystical. And I've never been typical. Reverse the curse and empathy is birth. Reverse the curse and empathy is birth.
I am whole.
Intentional.
With your love.
The world is cold. Won't fuck around and lose your soul. Intentional. It's your flow. This game is cold. Won't fuck around and lose your soul. Intentional. Shut up, don't you know? Shut up, don't you know? Oh, shut up, don't you know? Shut up, don't you know? Shut up, don't you know? Baby, I done played the game. Baby, I done played the game. Baby, it remains the same. Baby, it remains the same. Baby, I done played the game. Baby, I done played the game. Baby, it remains the same. Baby, it remains the same.
Oh, wow. I gotta call empathy. Empathy, wow. Wow, E. Wow, Imp. Wow, Jempathy. Wow. Wow. We got here with the fresh music. We getting the fresh music on the Lay Lim Lay Lur platform. We getting the good art vibes in the background. We getting the we had a little bit of all of it today. Like we went through a range of emotions today, huh? So let me get back to the wrap up. This a long live. This gonna hold y'all. This gonna hold y'all about a week. But I don't think I'm gonna take no clips from this one though, cause this bitch is long. And the rewatch will take all day. But I definitely want to say this. And I'm gonna close out with this. What none of you will ever do is try to hold me hostage in a place of shame. You will not hold me hostage for things that I've done 20 years ago, 25 years ago, because I have been a victim too. And you're not going to demonize me to the point to where we forget that I'm human. And that was the time in my life when I was learning and growing and healing. And again, you're not going to hold me you're not going to hold me in a place where I was over 20 years ago when I was in the heart of my addiction. That speaks to who you are. And I want to say this to you again. Anybody who think that they about to hold me in that place, please get a camera, sit in front of it. And when you get ready to talk about me, talk about everything that you've done. Because I guarantee you, in order for you to be so harsh of a judge towards me, in order for you to have such critique for me, I guarantee you there's a lot of things that could be said about you. So before you come from me, make sure all of your stuff is swept around. And make sure, because I'm not entertaining you if you don't have no content, if you don't have no platform, if you haven't lived your life in the public. I said that in the beginning of this live. I don't like the fact that people who don't even, thank you so much, Philly. The thing that I don't like about certain people is that y'all feel like anybody who got a phone could jump in front of a camera and can pass judgment on people. I done had people say, "Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're the Temu version of this and that." And I'm like, but it takes Temu to know Temu. And the reason why you're calling me crazy is because you're trying to put out this energy of people not taking me seriously. You want people to diminish me. And I'm fine with being called crazy, because you know how many super intelligent, brilliant inventors and scientists and creative persons had brains that work differently. So calling me crazy, calling me weird, I'm totally fine with that. When they nailed Jesus to the cross, they nailed him to the cross as a heretic. So the Savior that all of y'all are praying for, the Savior whose blood that y'all drinking and body y'all breaking up and eating, the Savior that y'all practicing cannibalism with, was literally crucified as a heretic from going against their God. So I'm a demon today, but I guess y'all will be worshiping me tomorrow after I'm gone, huh? Because that seems like what y'all like to do. When Martin Luther King was alive, y'all told him, leave them people alone. Why you doing that? Why you can't just let things be? Then when he died, y'all named the street after him. Y'all gave him a holiday. Y'all backwards. A lot of y'all backwards. So I don't really take stock in how you view me and how you see me. I really legit don't care. I really don't care what y'all think of me, because a lot of y'all is robots, sheep, followers and you can't think for yourself and you're waiting to see what the algorithm tell you by what the algorithm pushes in your face. The algorithm tell a lot of y'all how to feel. Y'all see content and the algorithm presents it in a way that tells you what your emotions are supposed to be. That tells you how you supposed to feel. If everybody upset, if everybody talking about it, then y'all upset and y'all talking about it. And then when the algorithm move that on and put something else in front of y'all face and tell y'all supposed to be up in arms, y'all upset about that. Then 2 weeks later, y'all moved on to something else. And that's the problem with the algorithm, because y'all don't even really stand up for anything. Y'all pretend to care. Y'all pretend to be upset. Y'all pretend to want to do something about it, and it don't go nowhere. So I really, really could give a care about y'all demonizing me, because that sounds about right. It tracks. They reacting to different images from the green screen. Exactly. The Weird said, the color is green. I want to be seen in green. You've got to be seen in green. Then the Weird said, the color is gold. I'm upset now. I gotta be angry. You've got to be seen in gold. The color is red. I've got to be seen in red. Girl, stop. Y'all not getting me on that merry-go-round with you. Anyway. We light this candle representing the past, the present, the future. This candle represents the ancestors who have come, the ancestors who will come, and the ancestors who are here. As we blow out this candle on a spiritual plane, it grows with intensity and purpose on a spiritual plane, preparing us for times that are now. As we blow out this candle, we send an energy to the ancestors behind the veil, behind the fold, who are listening, and we ask them that more care and more concern and more compassion be imbued into these males who are being brought up to be guardians of this reality, to be leaders, to be guides. We pray that you imbue them with healing and wholeness, that you expand their consciousness and give them the courage and the fortitude to stand up for themselves, to be vulnerable, and to shed the cocoon and the shell of lies and performance and secrets, and to be transparent and to be accountable and to live in their truth, because it's got to get ugly before it get good. The only way to the light is through darkness. Sometimes you got to go through the storm. And so I'm asking that these male childs that are coming. Oh, baby, yeah, maybe it wasn't meant for y'all to see all of that prayer. But I blew out the candle. A man, a woman, lay lim, lay lur. Purple ones, rise. Child, that was a long ass live.